Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mancillon. I thought I address a subject today that is about the Bermuda Triangle. There is all kinds of sacred sites that are awakening on the planet, but I don't know if you feel like that. And for me, it's like very strange time and energy. It's like it's so much fluctuation, so much contrast. Like spirit is telling me, bringing me a lot of hope. Like about that I have everything, and then 10 minutes later they showed me that I've lost everything. They showed me that I'm going to be in a family relationship and love and family and all that, and then 10 minutes later they're talking to me about divorce and separation. It's like then they bring it back, and it's like it's not affecting my reality. I'm still sometimes I feel like I really want to let go of all that matrix and the physicality to return home, to say, well, I've done my work here, now I'm ready to go home. But maybe it's because we decided to ascend, so it's very intense because we have to transmute like thousands of lifetimes of energies. It would have been easier to spray it out through 2, 3, or 4 lifetime, but the soul has its own reason. The heart has its reason that the reason wouldn't know, wouldn't understand. It is Blaise Pascal, the philosopher, who brought that idea. It's like because the soul has its own preferences, its own plans, and the soul will stick to the plans. Sometimes we don't always understand what is why we have to deal with certain things that are not always that put us outside of our comfort zone. But I'm going to pull a few cards and make this brief discussion about my own knowledge about this Bermuda Triangle. The observer of the day, the card of the day is the Unfinished Symphony. We are really work in process. So we're trying to complete this internal process of resolution, yet there will always be more to discover. What the higher wisdom is about regeneration. We have cellular regeneration. We are being regenerated. What we need to understand is the treasure island. It's like this treasure that is coming. It's slow in coming. For now, it's only astral. So I feel like my life has been astral for the past few years. It's like I'm no longer there's very little meaning to my life. The meaning is internal. And I'm doing a little bit of painting, but if you're in a fulfilling work in the material world, or you have a physical life that's pleasant, then there's meaning to it. But sometimes it feels like yeah, it's like for me it's been purely energetic. Life is on the physical. I'm not really sure why I need to be here in the physical. Spirit says that the doors are going to open, and I'm going to find I'm going to find the meaning of the reason why I still need to be here, because my life hasn't been really that fulfilling. So it's like what we need to do is trust. So I'm trusting, nevertheless. I'm hanging in there, and the outcome will be a new life. So it is all in the works. It's just sometimes the eternal time, the soul is eternal, and no, not in a hurry. So it's like we have to bear to learn patience while we're here. Sometimes I feel like, and I wanted to thank you if you're new to the channel to not forget to subscribe. I thank you for your likes, for sharing, and for your comments. I thank you for your donations if you can. If you want a private session, you can send me an email, or if you're interested about art, you can also contact me. And hopefully, I'm going to soon be able to return to my original career, which is art dealer and gallery dealer. That was my first before I became an artist. Even that's what I love to do, and so I'll be able to service the community with art services. So I want to discuss the Bermuda Triangle. That's very mysterious place on the earth. There's many sacred sites that are being activated. It's all going to be activated, and this site is there is a play about it that's quite interesting. I haven't read it in a long time, but it's called The Tempest, William Shakespeare. It talks about this boat that's going through this Bermuda Triangle. And my father used to work for a company, he was a CPA, he used to work for a company named UTA, it was an airline company. And I remember the pilots used to told him that when they fly over these regions, they know that they have to fly at a certain height. Otherwise, all the instruments got berserk. And so it is a mysterious place. The reason why it is like that is because there used to be a civilization called Atlantis, and when the civilization fall, a lot of the technology, some of the sacred crystal could be preserved. A lot of the technologies, very advanced technologies, fall with it. And for me, as far as I know, the main reason for the disturbance, the electromagnetic disturbance of that region, is because there is the master chamber of Atlantis. There used to be a chamber when the ascended master of that civilization would go into that chamber, that room, and there used to be there is doorways there, and they could program to instead of using a ship to go into another planet or another timeline, they would program the computer, the crystals, to open a doorway to that, so they could project just by walking through a door. They would end up on another dimension, another planet, or another even timeline. But when it falls, now it's operating at random. So it's like so. This is completely. And there is a lot of boats and planes that have disappeared by going through this. I'm sure that they've been taken care of by the Arcturians or other celestial entities, and maybe they will come back, like in the Close Encounter of the Third Kind. The ship will go back, and and they will all descend. They will all come back into this timeline. Eventually, I'm not really sure, but so in a sense, I had this plan at some point, this idea of retrieving that master chamber of Atlantis to realign it so it could be used. Humanity is not quite ready for that yet, so there is no hurry in relationship to that. We know that the master chamber of Atlantis, the center, the epicenter of that magnetic disturbance, is in the Bahamas, 90 miles north of the Bimini Island. But in order to retrieve that, it would have to be done with the assistance of beings like the Arcturians, for instance, because if we go too close, we might be pulled into the vortex and end up somewhere like we don't know where, because it's operating at random. So it is delicate. It will be a really interesting archaeological project. There are many treasures of Atlantis that are still could be retrieved from the bottom of the ocean. Well, I hope this will make sense to you. I hope you find this information interesting. We can always contact through the astral plane and to all those energies. When your consciousness is attracted to something, we don't need to be, of course, if you're physically near Mount Shasta or the Giza Pyramid or Stone Age, you will feel the activation a lot more. But we can already connect to it on the psychic level. I used to live in Miami for like about 3 years in Miami, Florida, and this place, South Beach. I was in South Beach and Coconut Grove. This place is really affected by the fire. There is a fire crystal that fall and that is pointing towards that place. So there is a lot of spiritual energy. A lot of people are there. They get drunk and they party up with this energy. But for spiritual work, it is very powerful. It is like it magnifies the spiritual experience when you in this place. It's part of the charm and energy of that place called Miami. I'm really eager to return to America. Spirit was talking to me about a plane ticket, but my passport is expired, so I don't know where I'm going to be going. But they were talking about that. There's a lot of mysterious information that is coming down. So it's like a lot of because the fire crystal, most of them were destroyed, but there is still reminiscent of all this technology of Arcturian technology from Atlantis that is awakening. So I hope you'll be able to tune in and connect. There is also the 9 sacred crystal of Atlantis that were preserved and saved and placed in strategic location. You can contact them through telepathy, like the blue crystal of knowledge, the crystal of thought, the emerald crystal of healing, the platinum crystal, the anti-gravity crystal. There is all kinds of they've all been activated. It's just a matter now of tuning into the frequency to be able to learn to utilize those crystals. The pyramid were created because through the anti-gravity crystals could like raise like object, very heavy object. You can move heavy object by creating waves, anti-gravity wave under the object, and raise them up. So there are a lot of old science will be coming back. For Egypt was an offshoot of Atlantis. And it's like when they saw that Atlantis would fall, that the firmament would fall, and the civilization would fall. Some masters of Atlantis were sent to Egypt, taught. Particular, the master Thoth was sent to civilize the place and prepare a transition of consciousness towards this, and there was a great deal of of assistance from all kinds of star nations in the creation of those all those pyramids around the world. There are so many pyramids around the world. Well, my friend, I'm going to finish with pulling a few cards. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your presence, and I hope you're traversing this portal with ease. For me, I'm a little shaken up, but the card of the day is change. We are ready for some major change. The higher wisdom is stand still. We just yeah, standing still. That's not it. That's basically what we're learning. Yeah, we're also it's like to learn just to breathe at the center. What we need to understand is to embrace the energies that are coming down. Sometimes I feel like the spirit is wanting to manifest things in my life, but my ego mind is resisting, has doubt about it. Well, they've been presenting me that for a long time, so it's normal that I can doubt, because it's like, yeah, promises, but maybe the release is closer than expected. It will be surprising when it comes. It will be a surprise, because it's like I no longer expect it. And with the information, what we need to do is healing chaos. We need to bring back the harmony. For there is a great deal of work to do on the energetic level to bring back the harmony of the planet, so it can be transferred. The collective consciousness can be transferred from duality into the field of unity, and the outcome is truth. So the truth is one of the things that can never be hidden. There is so much truth that is about to come up. First, the dark truth needs to be coming up, to be transmuted, and then the light truth, the truth, the higher truth. But do not believe in half truth. Half truth is a complete lie. So the truth is, like the Buddha said, there is three things we can never hide forever: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So much truth is about to come this year as revelations. But always look for the revelation that comes through your heart, because regardless of the expectation we may have in relationship to manifestation and timeline and timing, what is revealed through our soul is a higher truth that connects us and reminds us of our divinity and the eternity of our soul. Well, thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.